There's nothing to figure out. The figuring out is just dream figuring it out. It's just dream thinking. That's fine. Let Luke Skywalker try and figure it out. Let Jimmy try and figure it out. It's fine. This is why there's no enlightened person. So imagine now you're Luke Skywalker and you've given up the ways of the Jedi. Yeah? You realize that salvation is not found by the lightsaber, by the sword. You realize that spirituality is more important. You become, as Luke Skywalker, you now become a spiritual seeker. And you find your spiritual teacher in this Star Wars dream world that you've dreamt up. And you see this amazing spiritual teacher. You think, wow, this teacher's got it. And that spiritual teacher seems to have it all together. You know, just serene, beautiful, says all the right things at the right time, lovely voice. It's an illusion. Then you wake up and think, oh my gosh, I thought I was Luke Skywalker. I thought I'd met the most amazing spiritual teacher in the world. Ooh, what a joke. It seems so real. I thought I was getting somewhere.
Isn't it, though, when it's in the past that it always seems like a dream? When it's actually in the moment, it doesn't feel like a dream. It's like every moment that you think back on, oh, that moment that just happened, I can see that as a dream.
Yeah.
But that very moment you're in, that's really hard to see as a dream.
Maybe it starts off that way, yeah? Yeah, I'm sure it starts off that way. For me now, it's everything just like a dream. It doesn't look any different, right? Like when you're in a dream, it doesn't look any different when you're in the dream. When you wake up, you might have realized, oh yeah, it was all over the place, you know. But when you're in the dream, it all looks totally real. So it's just a matter of changing your view. And that's not going to happen overnight for most people. Just start practicing it. Start all the yogas. Do as many of the yogas you can. Whichever one you feel drawn to, do that. This might not be the one you're drawn to. It doesn't matter. What's important is that you expose your mind to these teachings. And then if you don't want to take it up right now, see, we've all got our own unique path. You see, it's a dream path, but that's the way it goes. We've all got a unique path. So sometimes we will be drawn towards bhakti, towards devotion. Sometimes we'll be drawn towards gratitude. Sometimes we'll be drawn towards Raja Yoga, the path of meditation, and Hatha Yoga, the physical postures. You know, sometimes we want emotional healing. You know, sometimes we want to listen to music. Sometimes, you know, we want the knowledge teachings, the jnana path. Jnana yoga. But nothing says to you it's real. It's just the mind's interpretation. Oh, it's real. Isn't it? Is that right, Jimmy?
Yeah.
Reluctant, yes.
Well, I mean, I'm just being honest. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I could tell you, yeah, because I understand what you're saying. And
Intellectually, you get it, yeah?
Yeah, I get it. But it's like there's a drag inside of me that's
of course.
That's not letting go.
So what's that then?
Is that like? Is that what you said?
What is that? What is that drag?
It just feels like a resistance.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, I get what you're saying, but it's still just a concept.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not a reality for me. It's a concept. So I get it and I say, yeah, I understand. But it's almost like a thought bubble, you know,
Yeah.
that's up there for me. And I'm like, yeah, that little thought bubble makes sense. But when I'm engaging and when I'm walking in the streets, I can pretend. I mean, I can be like, okay, this is a
Have
projection.
you
That's a
tried
big.
that? Have you tried the pretending it?
Yeah, totally. I
Mm,
do it almost every day.
perfect.
But then like a bicyclist cuts in front of me and I'm like,
Yeah, look, it's that's the way it goes. That's
yeah,
fine. It doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter if you can see it as a dream or not, because it's a dream. Yeah. So if Luke Skywalker thinks the dream is real, or he thinks it's a dream, it doesn't actually matter. So it doesn't matter if Jimmy gets it or not. So there are going to be times when Jimmy can see this as a dream, great, and there are going to be times when he thinks it's all real, great. It doesn't matter. It's fine. Either way is fine. Totally fine. Because in both cases, it's just a dream. So whether you get it or not, it doesn't even like it doesn't matter if Luke Skywalker gets it or not, because it's not a real entity. What you are is that pure consciousness that's there all the time, the presence in which all this happens. Does anyone remember the moment they wake up from a dream? Has anyone had an experience of where you're in your dream world and you're thinking whatever's happening in the dream is real, and then literally that picture kind of dissolves, and then the waking state appears? Has anyone had that experience before? Yeah, hands up if you've had that experience. Yeah. So it's that the consciousness that views the dream state is the same as the consciousness that views the waking state. It's the same observer, as it were. Same consciousness that manifests the dream state, and then the dream state disappears, and then the waking state comes in, and we take ourselves to be this body mind. And then this one goes away, and then the dream one comes up, and you take yourself to be whatever body mind, you take yourself to be in the dream. You've got a dream body mind. It might look very similar to you one night. It might look very different, like Luke Skywalker or something. Or it might be a younger version of yourself or an older version of yourself. But it's a dream body. And then both of them go away, and that's deep sleep. Just blank. The lights go out for a while. And then the waking state appears. And then, thoughts happen and we identify with this and that. It doesn't matter. It's fine to identify. It doesn't make a difference. There is no real ignorance. There's just dream ignorance. There's dream liberation. There's no real liberation. There's no real enlightenment. That's just an egoic fantasy. See, Luke Skywalker's looking for enlightenment. Now he's a spiritual seeker and given up his Jedi ways. He's now looking for enlightenment. But what Luke Skywalker's looking for is a fantasy. Isn't it? He's looking for his own projected idea of enlightenment. When you wake up, you realize that was just silliness. That was just for the body mind. So it doesn't matter what the body mind does or does not do. This is a dream. This is the knowledge, path of knowledge that's been taught now.